Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to ABCD. We are so excited to host this Connect the Knox outreach event. And on behalf of John Drew, our President and CEO, and also Biani Sunkar, who's the director of our Mattapan site. Where is Biani? We'd like to welcome you. Biani, give a hand for Biani. Good morning. I'll just say a couple of words, but a deep thank you and appreciation for the mayor and the commissioner for their commitment to the elders in Boston. And it's kind of appropriate that I'm here to welcome you because I grew up down the street off of Cummings Highway. So I'm very familiar with this area. I think when I grew up, we all knew the elders on our streets and our neighborhoods, and we kind of looked out, and it's changed a lot since then. So I see this initiative as really kind of bringing a little bit of that back and trying to make communities closer and care for our neighbors, our elders, and all of our communities. So I want to say thank you for coming out to volunteer. I know Emily will have much more to say. Also, I want to recognize a couple of folks who are here. Chief Martinez in the back, and City Councilor Tim McCarthy for also joining us at ABCD. I will stop reminiscing and turn it over to Emily. I know Emily very well because she used to work at ABCD with me, and so we were so pleased when she went to work for the mayor, and I know how committed she is to these issues. So thank you again, and Emily.
Thank you, Sharon. Good morning, everybody. You look ready for a door knock. That is good, which means all bundled up today, right? It's chilly out there. But I want to really thank Sharon and ABCD for hosting us here. It's a great space to kick off the walk. And I'm excited to have us get going. I want to first of all thank all the partners in the room. Eugenia talked a little bit about the folder that we have with all of the resources. A lot of those are city resources. Some of those are not city resources, like fuel assistance. These are the resources that homeowners can access, and it's so important. We rely on all of our partners at City Hall and outside of City Hall because together we make a good team getting people resources. So I want to thank the Home Center. I know Maureen is here. Water and Sewer was also really helpful putting stuff in the packet. The police department certainly turned out today. Thank you all. Inspectional Services is here. Boston Senior Home Care, our partner aging agency in the community. And of course ABCD with their resources as well. So I just want to say, and we have a lot of folks. I'm seeing Martin, a lot of folks from other departments here, which is great. We really definitely appreciate it. So I want to thank you for that. So it is my pleasure now to turn it over to Mayor Martin Walsh. He is just, I think, a real support to us in the work that we do, trying to make sure that we're connecting to people who could benefit from resources. So please join me in a warm welcome for the mayor.
Thank you, Emily. And I want to thank Sharon, thank you, and ABCD for allowing us to be here today. Thanks, Emily, Shea, and the Elderly Commission, all the folks that are here from the Elderly Commission, with the work you do every day. All the other city departments that are here, thank you for being here and doing this important walk today. The police department, Chief Martinez, and Tim McCarthy. I was talking to Timmy earlier, and we were just talking about the importance of making those connections and bringing the city to the community, because oftentimes, we do our jobs, and we all do our jobs, and it feels like we kind of talk to the same world all the time. When you have an event, the same people come. When you go to, all the different things, it's always the same people. The civic associations, the CSO see it there in the neighborhoods, and really going out and meeting and talking to people and letting the seniors in our city know, first of all, that we appreciate them, and secondly, that if they need services, we're here for them, and that's really what it's all about today. And it's a cold day today, so it's probably an appropriate day to do this, because a lot of times you're going to see opportunities. You'll knock on a door, and you might see situations where seniors don't have heat, and they don't have things as food, and they don't have things that they need, and we have the resources to be able to do that. And I want to thank Eugenia for leading this. And she's not used to knocking doors. This is all new to her, this knocking door concept. So if you might have to train her a little bit if she doesn't quite get the hang of it. But thank you for leading the 311 team and the volunteers and all the folks here and at the Elderly Commission. And I know you've already said it, but food, fuel assistance, home repair, getting people social, getting them connected, push those things. If we need to make it happen, we'll make it happen. Just make sure we push it with folks. Making sure that the seniors understand that we're here for them. We also have, I know there are 7 different languages being spoken here today, so thank you for the folks that are speaking the different languages to be able to connect to everyone in our city. We obviously are a city of immigrants. 28% of the residents that live in our city were born in another country. So there's cultural and language challenges that we have. So we need to break those down and be able to explain to people that we're there for them as well. 48% of the people live in our city are first generation. So it's about making connections and all of those different things. So before winter really truly sets in, letting people know the connections. And I just want to thank you. We did this program with the veterans. We called it Operation Thank a Vet. Some people here did it. And one of the first doors that were knocked when we first did it was a Vietnam veteran. And when he came to the door and there was somebody at the door knocking and letting the veterans know what the benefits are, he broke down in tears, this guy. He was 60 years old. And what he said was he had never been thanked for his service in Vietnam. And you think about that. So this guy came home 40-something years ago, and it wasn't a popular war, and a lot of those veterans were treated very poorly by a lot of people when they first came back. And this was the first time that he ever was thanked for that. So again, when you hit a door today, it might be the first time that they've ever been approached by a city employee. If they're angry at me or at the city, it doesn't matter. It's about creating opportunities and making sure that we let them know that we're there for them from this point on. So I want to thank you all for being here. And I'm just going to ask City Councilor Tim McCarthy to come on up and say a couple words, and then I'll turn it back over to the Commissioner.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mayor. And I want to thank you and Commissioner Shea and all the city's workers who are here today to go knock doors. It's so important to make sure we relay the information and the positive things that we're doing with the city to our seniors, and especially as the mayor said, winter's on its way. I think winter's here. I'm freezing. I don't know about anybody else, but my feet are pretty well frozen solid. But it's all about the partnerships, and the mayor talks about that all the time. And I look out in the room, I see Oswald Neptune, good friend of mine, and how hard he works in the Haitian senior community. These are the people that really make sure that our seniors are safe this winter. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for giving up your time, and thank you for getting a little bit of chill in your fingers as you knock doors. And really, as we reach out to these seniors, make sure that everybody's safe and happy this holiday season as winter does approach, or as it's already here. So thanks so much for having me here, and thank you for all you do.
I don't know if this was mentioned, but as you're knocking doors, and if you see seniors that are taking care of their grandchildren, and it might have been mentioned, but if you think that they might need assistance at Christmas time, just write down the address and write down, kind of get a gauge of how many kids are in the house, what their ages might be, boys and girls, and get us the list, get it to Emily or Eugenia, and then they'll get it to my office, because we get a lot of people quietly that want to help families. And I was at breakfast this morning with somebody, and he said to me, I want to help 2 or 3 families, and so I get a lot of those requests quietly. So if you see families out there that might need a little bit, just let us know who they are, because we can take care of them for the Christmas season. All right? And I turn this back over.
Thank you. All right. Well, we are just about ready to go. I have one more thing. I just want to let people know this is actually part of an overall effort for us. It's part of our Age-Friendly Boston Action Plan. So that's 75 things that we've committed under Mayor Walsh to do over the next 3 years to make aging better in Boston. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Eugenia for logistics and talk about the fun today.
All right, if you already have a packet and a partner, you can go over to Portia and she'll give you your bag of resources and you can head right on out. If you don't already have a packet or a partner, just hang tight a little bit, and then we can pair you up with someone and get you a packet to be ready to go out.